Three, two, one.
Today is September 10th. This is a Talent Market Watch or Market Insights. I'm Jurgen Robinson, one of your hosts, and your other host is...
I am Davina. Good morning. Happy Friday. Again, another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Yes. It should be a nice weekend. It's supposed to be, 70s and cloudy, I think I saw.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have said that the opposite way. When I said a nice weekend, I should have said low 70s and sunny.
Yes. And September is actually a very, very beautiful month as we're getting into the fall and the leaves are starting to turn and it's not hot. It's very pleasant. We've been having some really beautiful weather, so cannot complain.
Well, why would you want to?
Right.
Yeah. Well, last week the fair, the it's the Washington State Fair kicked off, right? The former Puyallup Fair.
Yes. Last Friday was the very first day, and it's going on till the 26th of September. I actually got some scones. I didn't go to the fair, but I sent a little fair runner that picked up some scones and like a pierogi, and I'm waiting to indulge those. So the family ate those. I'm waiting. I have a goal, kind of like this thing in my head. Like I want to be good and have a reward. So I'll probably go the end of the fair time and maybe I'll get a treat. So we'll see.
Very nice. I know Donna was teased with a picture of a scone. So
they're okay. They seem a little smaller. I'm either getting bigger or the scones are getting smaller.
Well, Cindy went to the rodeo last night, and I'm relatively sure that was just as an attendee, not as a participant. I'd be very surprised if she was a participant.
Yeah, hey, you never know. Cindy's she's a very fun gal. Yeah, I could see her riding.
But she is a lady of many talents. So
yeah, she is. So
all right. Well, one thing we always start off with is we always want to recognize some birthdays and anniversaries that are coming around. And one of those is an anniversary coming up tomorrow. Miss Clarissa McQuillan out of our Lacey office.
Happy anniversary.
Goodness. Yeah, Clarissa has been holding it down for a long time now.
She has. And you know what? If you don't know Clarissa, then you don't know Clarissa. So she's a wonderful gal. We love her. Yeah. So happy anniversary, Clarissa. And she is one of our foundational legacy gals. So
yes. And she has a infectious laugh. When she laughs, you're gonna laugh with her.
And she is our diva. So if you see a car driving around and it says diva on the license plate, that's Clarissa.
Yeah, no joke. All right. And you know what? We do have a relatively nice weekend coming up here. And as we get into it, we talk about some open houses and some new listings that come on the market. This is getting into the time where just naturally we tend to see just a little bit of a drop in some of the listings. And that's reflected here. And then we'll get a little bit of a raise typically coming up here. So going over some of those open houses and those the new listings, we have our first one, which is from Garrett Lafferty out of our Olympia office. This is at 18025 M.I. Lane. I think it's said me. It might be my Lane Northwest in Rochester. This is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,340 square foot home on a 5,090 square foot lot. It's just came on the market and it's priced at $375,000. You can see this home this weekend on Saturday and Sunday, both days from 12 to 4 o'clock. And a quick description is wow, over 5 acres of privacy, peace and quiet on, and no HOA on dead end road in Rochester. Bring your horses or livestock. Property's fenced and frost fenced. Property has 452 square foot of Scatter Creek waterfront. Nice home plus 24 by 36-foot shop with new door in 2021. Long driveway so you can set back from the road. Manufactured home is roomy, well maintained with cathedral ceilings. Wow. Large windows and included appliances, plenty of parking, storage. This sounds like really a fantastic property. If you want to, you want space and you really want to live life, this sounds great. Again, open this Saturday and Sunday from 12 to 4 o'clock. Go see Garrett. Enjoy this property.
Wow, that's great. That's great. And we have another one that is back on the market, 7733 Ostrander Court Southeast. This one is brought to you by Scott Hollis out of our Lacey office. This home is, again, back on the market, a beautiful custom-built Rambler in Talcott Ridge, 3,352 square feet of well thought out design. The gourmet kitchen located in the center of the home features a 5-burner gas cooktop, double ovens, granite counters, a center island, oversized eating bar, a sunken family room with additional casual and formal eating areas, bonus room located above the garage, has a wet bar wired for surround sound, a large master suite with a gas fireplace, 5-piece bath with jetted tub and heated floors, well manicured landscape, definitely a must see. This is on over an acre of land, and it is going to be open Saturday, September 11th from 4 to 6:30. So you've got to get out there. And this is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath, and it does have a 3-car garage. A beautiful, exquisite, exceptional home that is on the market for you, listed at $899.
You know, in the market, we've mentioned that market may be shifting just a little bit in this time, but that doesn't mean that things aren't moving really quickly still. And we have an update on this home that we're just going to tell you about. 1513 Edwards Avenue in Fircrest, brought to you by Ashley Demas from our Lacey office. This home has just gone pending. If you would like, check the home out. Look at it online. It's one of those beautiful homes, but it is just gone pending. Congratulations to Ashley and her clients on that.
Yes, yes. And we have another home that is cute little cottage. So 310 Barksdale Avenue in DuPont. This is brought to you by Serena Hoffman out of our Lacey office. And this is in historic DuPont Village. I'm going to read the remarks. Your craftsman dream home awaits in historical DuPont Village. The neighborhood encompasses the privacy you've been waiting for with the essence of small town feel. All the beautiful things you love about older homes can be found within these 4 walls. Experience modern elements such as an open concept living area while maintaining those elegant features such as the gorgeous fir wood floors. The kitchen's been tastefully updated, but is awaiting your own personality to complete it. Once you enter the master bedroom, you'll be delighted to discover a huge walk-in room, closet, sunroom, countless possibilities. Backyard's fully fenced, giving you ultimate privacy while enjoying the evening by the fire, sunbathing on the deck, and there's a garage in the backyard. And there is no HOA, by the way, shall we ask. This is a 3-bedroom, 1.75 bath. It is 1719 square foot on almost 1/3 of an acre, and it is listed at $420,000. You have a few opportunities to see it this weekend, starting today, 4 to 6:30. Tomorrow, noon to 3, or did I get that? Tomorrow, noon to 4, and then Sunday, noon to 3. So, wow, what a home and what an opportunity.
Wow, fantastic. You know what? That is using words to paint a picture.
Oh, gosh. Yeah, totally.
All right. And that's fantastic. And just the very last part is you've got Olympia's finest community, which is the village at Mill Pond. It is in the second phase. The second phase is ending and going into the third and final phase as we probably get into the new year here. Still a couple homes to be able to see. Highly, highly recommend if you get a little opportunity and you haven't been out there already, go by, check it out. It's on the 2600 block of Lily Road. And if you'd like to schedule your own private appointment with the sales team that's out there, you can do that at 360-972-8623. Again, that is Olympia's finest community, the Village at Mill Pond. And that is the wrap up.
That is very, very cool. We're going to talk about the market in a little bit too, but it's really amazing how we just have such a variety of neighborhoods that we get to. I mean, like, this is an honor that we get to actually be in the communities that we're in and get to showcase the homes that we're in. And there's so much more. And this is just a little tidbit of just the new listings. So we just, if you guys have, and we don't say this that often, but if you have any question, if you're looking to just get an idea of what's out on the market, because this is just within our little areas, but just give us a call, text us. We'd be happy to connect with you. So,
yeah, absolutely. Because what we can talk about is, and you can get a lot of information online when it comes to broad general information, but when you get the insights and you get a little understanding of what it means, and also being able to get down to that hyper local understanding of the markets, because that's where you really end up living, right? You might live physically in a state, but you live in an area, you live in a neighborhood, and that's what ends up being home.
Yeah.
So those are the areas we love to help you understand and really get engaged with. Okay. So, Davina, are you ready to take a little bit now on yours? This every month we actually do a few different reports that we have come out. One of them is a market update, the market insights, and that always comes out at the very beginning of the month. That's what we actually sent out last week. And that, when we talk about the hyper local reports, that's what we can get down into, that hyper local. We can custom create anyone for you and make sure that you understand, or help you understand, what's always going on in your specific neighborhood where you care about the most. And then we also have a housing update that comes out on a monthly basis, a little bit after the market insights. And that's what we'll look over today. And this takes it more towards the county level. So you get the micro, and then you get a little bit more towards the macro on it. And it's nice to see, because it can help you understand the trends of what's happening or what has just occurred, so you can forecast it all in the future. And then what we'll do after this is just cover a couple of headline things. But these ones are going to be focused in on the market today as well. So with the housing update, we can take just a quick little trip from Thurston County all the way to Seattle up the I-5 corridor. Are you ready to get in the car?
Let's fasten your seatbelt.
All right. So here we go into Thurston County. Now, this is a story that we're really familiar with, right, Davina? That and Lennox, who's the chairman, CEO, grandson of the original founder of John L. Scott, extreme real estate market continues. Through August, we still felt that frenzy, that shortage of homes. And you can see that through here. We're talking about all of Thurston County. August new resale listings, this is the breakdown in between 0 to 250, 1764. I forgot. That's part of what makes this report really cool, is the breakdown by price range for each one. When you look at this, Davina, what stands out most to you?
Well, when we're still looking at, I kind of hone in on where the largest of the numbers are and where the shortages are. And what really stands out is looking at that 350 to 500 price range and the month supply of inventory, and where we are is still in that extreme shortage. And that's where, looking at where the average price points is, at 350 to 500. And that's like where most of our buyers are buying in that price range. That's what really stands out. And then that bottom number of the total activity across all price ranges is we're still at 0.4 month supply of inventory.
Yeah. And when you talk about month supply of inventory, I like the little scale that is provided down here, because normally I go, as a general rule of thumb, 4 to 6 months is a balanced, healthy market. Anything below 4 months of inventory is a seller's market. Anything above 6 months is a buyer's market. But if you look down below here where it shows this scale month supply. 0 to 0.7, which prior to maybe the past few years, that seems silly insane. Extreme shortage,
Mhm.
0.8 1.3 months, severe shortage, 1.4 to 2.9 months shortage, 3.4 to 3 to 4.4 is low. And we've got it as at 4.5, essentially to 6 is healthy. Then the 6 plus being selective being a buyer's market. You look right along where you were keyed in on that month supply of pending inventory, other than in the $1 million mark, which is still in a that'd still be a shortage right inside there.
It's
Everything
still a
is,
frenzy in the $1 million. Yeah.
yeah,
Hmm.
it's interesting. But we've been, unfortunately, it's not unfortunately, but good for sellers, kind of tough for buyers. We've been in this type of market for a while. And as we go from Thurston County moving north into Pierce County, we see that continue right inside here. So
Hmm.
anything stand out in here for you, or pretty much kind of the same story?
It looks about the same story. We look at the average price points and the months of inventory. That 350 to 500 price range, that's kind of like the sweet spot.
Yeah. And right in here on that percent of pending in the first 30 days, it's nice to be able to see this too, because just pointing out the scales down here, when in the first 30 days, how many of the ones that are coming on are going quickly off of the market? That's important to know, because it means that homes are, first, the competition is more than healthy for it, but it also means that either they're being presented well, or in a case like this, it's probably that the inventory is so low and the demand is so high.
Mhm.
Anything below 25% would be selective, and that would definitely, again, fall into that buyer's market. Healthy is about 25% of the homes going off market in the first 30 days. 35% would be strong. 50% would be that surge. 65% frenzy, and 75% plus extreme frenzy. And we've been living in the extreme frenzy for a long time now,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it's been a while. We haven't been in a selective market for quite a long time. And selective markets, that's where we have the foreclosures and the short sales. And I mean, that was the selective market back in the day. So not looking for us to be there, but we are wanting to have a little bit more of a balance where it's healthy and it's good for both buyers and sellers.
Yeah. We want the market to look like us when we go to the gym, right? Strong and healthy.
Healthy.
All right. So moving a little further north, we've got Southwest King County, which is kind of that Auburn, Renton, Federal Way area. And we've got pretty much the same story, right?
That's what it looks like. Now in this area, though, as we move further north, the price points are going up. So you notice that, I mean, the month supply of inventory is lower in that 350 to 500, but there's more activity in that 5 to 750. So that's kind of where that mid area is as we move north. So just have to slide the scale up a little bit if you're looking into that King County area on the, yeah.
Absolutely. And then we'll end our journey in the heart of King County, which is the Seattle housing market update. Now, over here, it's nice. I mean, what's interesting is the only extreme frenzy we see is in the million plus mark, right? But what do you see here in in Seattle that varies just a little bit from what we've been looking at?
Well, the month supply of inventory is a little bit higher. So things are taking a little bit longer. Looks like market times. But we also see that shift again. In that it's more like the $5 to $1 million mark is more of the median, the more popular price point. So again, getting more into that King County solid area, you're going to have to shift again because of the price points.
Yeah. And many times what we see in Seattle is almost an indicator of things that will kind of be occurring towards the outlying areas in a little bit of time too. So it's hard to say when we have, when you look at this and you see 1.1 months of inventory or zero point 0.8 or 0.6 months of inventory, that might be a level of a softening of the market. It is, but it doesn't, by no means does it mean that this is a buyer's market, right?
No, and we're months off. I mean, like when you look at, we're literally fraction of a month. I mean, 0.6 is just over a couple of weeks. So,
Yeah.
very, very short market time, when, we're looking at, again, that 3 to 4 month range and, being a little bit more balanced. We are only a couple of weeks market time. So still
Right.
frenzy.
Okay. So we will go through these. So as we do this, we want to give you a little bit on the market, and this is kind of that more local market. Then a couple of headlines, and these headlines actually touch on kind of the broader market in general. We'll go through these a little quicker, but do have a couple questions because as you think about these questions, it might help the answer stick just a little bit more. So Davina, I'll put you on the clock, and it'll be quick on a couple of them. Okay. One is we do this on every week because the Freddie Mac Primary Mortgage Market Survey, it's the 30-year average of the 30-year fixed rate mortgage. Last week, it was at, I believe, 1.87. So this week, is it higher, lower, or the same as last week? And last week, it was the same as the week prior.
A little bit higher.
A little bit higher. And it was a little bit higher. It was at 0.1% or 1 point higher at 2.88%. But again, this is historically low, and it is continuing to stay right in the range that will help keep buyers engaged in that. The hard thing is just the competition on the homes themselves. All right, Davina, you ready for the next one? This is from Keeping Current Matters. They do studies across, or they bring in information from many different studies and publications. What is the year-over-year price increase for homes sold in the middle to moderate price range through 2021? So the price ranges are low, middle, or low to middle, middle to moderate, moderate, low to moderate, moderate to middle price range and above. You'll see in a moment.
D.
0.5, 17.6, 19.9, or 21%.
C or D? I
C or
said
D?
D. I said D at first.
Okay. Guess what? C, the middle to moderate, is right inside of 19.9% appreciation. But you look all across the board from low all the way over to high, they're all above 19% appreciation. And that is contrasted against standard appreciation year over year, typically being closer to what? About 4 to 6%, 3 to 5%, some would say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, just imagine you buy a home for $300,000 and now you've just made, basically what? Do the math. 20% is $60,000 more. I mean, that's better than any type of bank. The investment, the ROI is huge. So, yeah.
And on top of everything else, how many investments can you live in?
Right.
I mean, you need to live somewhere anyways. I mean, goodness. All right. So looking across the U.S., what region saw the highest year-over-year price appreciation in the Q2 of 2021? So we're looking at either the Pacific, which are the coast states, Mountain, which are just to the side of that, New England, which is the top tip of the East. You've got the West South Central, which is kind of that Texas area. I just like that it says South Central in there. And then the South Atlantic, which is in that Gulf area down there. Which do you think saw the highest year-over-year price appreciation Q2 of 2021?
I don't know. I'm just going to say Pacific because I'm not sure.
You were close. Mountain. So all those mountain states, they've seen 22.9% year-over-year price appreciation. Pacific saw 20.1%. Lowest in here was actually that West North Central, that the middle, that heart of America type of thing. So interesting. On both coasts, on the tips of both areas, we're seeing the highest price appreciation. People are moving in, and well, except California, people are moving out of too, right? All right. And then we'll end over here, which is according to Case Shiller, what metro has had the highest year-over-year appreciation? So metros being the large cities. So these are, I think, the top five: Tampa, San Diego, Phoenix, Seattle, and San Francisco. Which metro has had the highest year-over-year appreciation so far?
Phoenix. I'll go for Phoenix.
You're going to go right in the middle. You're going to say Phoenix.
Yep.
That would be a phenomenal answer because it's exactly right. Phoenix has had the strongest price growth at 29.3%, followed by San Diego, followed by Seattle. And then you've got just across the board, though, really strong price appreciation, which is indicative of the market as a whole, right?
Yeah, it's no surprise.
Not at all. All right. Did you learn anything?
Absolutely. It just kind of, I learned. We all should be learning together. I think this is just, it just really reinforces what we already kind of know anyway. So,
yeah.
So it is time. We're going to have to get going here in a moment.
Yeah. And, as we wrap up, we do have, we've got Forms Friday, which has just started. If you want, Jared's got a link. If you're in real estate, it's a great way to stay up on what are the updates on the forums, anything new, or if you just want to increase your skill set and get better and you're engaged in real estate, you're a real estate agent. That's really who we're looking to serve and help out there. We've got a talent talk on Monday. On Monday, we have a great guest. Davian, who is that guest?
Yeah, we have Amit Baruch, who is going to be talking to us about realtor safety. And he is amazing. He comes highly qualified because this is Realtor Safety Month. September is Realtor Safety Month. So he's going to be joining us, talking about his class, talking about just how to be safe. And this is for guys and gals. So, and even if you're not in real estate, I think you're going to have a good takeaway from this conversation. And he's super fun as well. So,
a super interesting guy too. Former Israeli Secret Service, Krav Maga, just his interests range across the board. He's fantastic.
Yeah, we're honored that he's going to be hosting a class for us coming up here soon. So we'll talk about that. That class actually, you can actually register for now. It's going to be in person in our Olympia office on September 21st. So we'll talk more about that on Monday. And you guys can, if you have any questions about it, we'll have a link there. I think the link might be out, but there'll be a link there so you can register ahead of time.
All right. And you had one more class that you wanted to make sure to give a little attention to, right?
Yeah, just mark your calendars for October 18th to 20th. It's a 3-day class, but it is super valuable. Greg Markov, who also is a wizard, he is going to be teaching the Certified Negotiation Expert course, and we followed it up. He also has a Master's Certified Negotiation Expert course as well. And I think it's super important, no matter where the market is, that we have negotiation skills. Our highest value is being able to negotiate for our clients. And so it's a 15 clock hour class. We're going to have him on as a guest as well in the next couple of weeks to talk about that class and negotiating. And it's like when he talks, I'm like, I want him to negotiate for me. Like, can you represent me, please? I mean, and so we're able to actually take these skills and use them in real life. And so it's totally awesome to have him on as well.
That's good.
Yeah.
And, just as we go into the weekend, I definitely want to wish everybody just a fantastic weekend. I know tomorrow is a day that, for some is a little more somber, but I think it's something that has definitely impacted all of us. 20 years, can hardly even believe that much time has passed. Still, oftentimes feels very fresh and new. Visited New York earlier this year with my wife on Anniversaries, saw the 9/11 memorial. That was incredibly touching. Just, still keep thoughts and prayers out.
Yeah. so that event, September 11th, affected our history, and the things that changed have changed forever, and lives have been changed forever. And it definitely is a day to remember tomorrow. So 9/11 is this weekend, and you guys, the fair is still going on. So you have an opportunity to still hit the fair. Jurgen, sorry about that if you missed out. Maybe you can catch it here coming up. So
Yeah. You know what? I gotta say, my wife misses it a lot more because she actually enjoys getting on the rides and doing all that. I get motion sick, so I get skittish about the rides. I do more of the walking around and maybe some eating, but
yeah.
and some games for sure. But the rides are they're why people come, and unfortunately.
Yeah, I'm just getting old. That's all. I end up getting headaches. All the moving around and all that, and then I end up with a headache. So I wish my body has just changed. I can't handle the stress. But
it's been so long since I've been over there. The last ride that I think the last ride that I really went on over there was one that really set me off, though, which was the I forgot what it's called. It's a vortex, or the thing that it spins at a super high rate, and you're pressed up against the wall, and you're just the floor drops out from under you, and then you're just stuck to the wall until it comes down. I need a Dramamine or something. I was done the rest of the day.
Yeah. Those are pretty intense. So.
All right.
Well, another day and another week, and we're still here. We're still standing. Is
that the significance of that? Of course there is.
So, all right, guys. Well, hope everyone has a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you back here on Monday with our guest. And we're going to go out with our 2 words, be bold, in here in a moment. And Jurgen, you want to count us down on the be bold?
Absolutely. Yep. Everybody, make this declaration out loud with yourself, to yourself, or with people around you, because this is just your declaration. Step outside your comfort zone. Do something that will help you make progress today. Don't hesitate. Do it, and be bold on 3. 1, 2, 3. Be bold. All right. See you later, you guys. Have a great weekend.